Okay, how's it going, kids? We got a box. Love this. My favorite time is that unboxing time when you get to see that goodie that you got. This is an interesting one. This one is a package from American Musical Supply. For those of you who don't know what American Musical is, they're an online-only vendor, sort of like Musician's Friend, although Musician's Friend is also Guitar Center, so you see a lot of their online inventory is actually Guitar Center inventory for their used stuff. So this came from American Musical, which is my favorite vendor to use or company to use for gear because they have really quick turnaround on shipping. They also do a flex pay option, so you can have multiple pay months. You know, you can do like 3 pay or 6 pay or whatever, and basically you can just sort of spread out the amount over a period of time. And it's nice to be able to do it that way because you can get into some higher dollar stuff and sort of pay it off as you go along. And unfortunately for me, I decide after a period of time that I either like something or don't like something. So I will sometimes get rid of stuff before it's even paid off. And so then I'll just sort of pay in full once I sell the gear off. So this is something that I ordered because I was going to order an EVH Wolfgang, and they didn't have any in stock. I was actually going to order a right-handed one because it's the only version that they had that was purple, and I really want a purple one, and so ended up getting this instead. And this is something that I saw years ago and never pulled the trigger on because I ended up going with an Eventide H9 instead. This is the Dark Side, the Keeley Dark Side, which is a pedal that has all kinds of cool stuff. This has a, so this is my first time looking at the actual pedal. I've seen some demos online. All right, so here we've got, just looking at what we've got. So we've got flange, rotary, phase, and univibe, so that's your modulation there. Over here we've got flat, scoop, and full, so that's the, I think, the fuzz settings. We also have reverb and delay in here, so there's your, so the blend is the different types of reverb, or delay. We've got a depth and a rate. We've got, oh my gosh, we just got all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, so this is an interesting pedal, but in case you didn't know, the Dark Side obviously is going to get you a lot of David Gilmour tones, and I'm a huge David Gilmour fan. I would not assume for 1 second that having this pedal would sort of magically make me David Gilmour, but I've sort of styled a lot of my choices in my rig over the years after David Gilmour, so, you know, in terms of looking at his time-based effects, looking at some of his overdrives or, you know, fuzz or whatever he uses, just great tones. So this will be a fun one to mess around with. Once I get it plugged in and fire it up, we'll do a quick demo. But in the meantime, yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to American Musical because they're just such a good company. But the thing that brought me to this pedal was, again, that the guitar that I was looking for wasn't in stock. So just for giggles, I started looking at other guitars that I would have potentially wanted to purchase, other choices I would have made, and lo and behold, they've got like nothing in stock when it comes to guitars at this point. They're just back ordered on a ton of stuff. The Wolfgang that I was looking at said that it was going to be back in stock in early February, which is now, and now the site is updated to say coming soon, so it doesn't even have a date at this point. Some of the guitars say March. There's an Ibanez RG, it's a hardtail, and it's a left-handed, so I could actually play it without really having to mod it or anything, and that one's not expected to be in inventory until March. So yeah, it's a tough time to get gear. Hopefully it's a good time to sell some gear. I'm going to be looking at you, Steinberger, as a for sale item. You too, probably Bad Horsey, and yeah, maybe the Marshall DSL as well. I'm not sure. The EVH is already on Facebook Marketplace, so yeah, getting rid of that. That means that the Fender Bassman and the Katana Artist 100 will stay, and everything else pretty much will go at this point, because I just don't need these other amps. And if I want a tube amp, I've got the Fender. So yeah, so that's it for now. We'll have a demo of this coming up, and we'll see what it sounds like.